Peace be with you, my people. Welcome to today's Business Insight from Bible Story. Today's Bible story is the story of Gideon and the Israelites. Yes, as the previous judges died, the Israelites started backsliding in their faith and started worshipping other gods that are man-made. And the living God they're supposed to be worshipping was not happy with them. And God allowed them to be invaded by other nations' army. And they were, their animals were stolen, their food was, stolen. And many of them now went back in prayers, asking God for forgiveness. And God heard their prayers and rose another skillful warrior and a judge called Gideon. And God appeared to him, telling him that he should go and save his people and face the army of the Midianites. Gideon was surprised and said, me? How can I do that? Please, I will need some sign to know that you are truly with me and that I can do this work. So he brought out a wool and spread it out and tell God, as I sleep, when I wake up, make this wool to be wet with dew, so that in the morning, every other part should be dry and the wool alone should be wet, so that he will know that God is truly with him. And that was what God did. God answered him. When he woke up, he saw that the wool was wet with dew and every other part of the ground was dry. So he said, please, God, don't be angry with me. See this wet wool, make it to be dry, while other part of the ground should be wet with dew. In that way, I will know that you are truly with me. And he went back to sleep, and exactly what he needed, God granted him, because the wool was dry, while every part of the ground was also wet with dew. And he said, now I know that God is with me. He now started gathering individuals, gathering men to come out and fight with him. And he got thousands of individuals. And God told him, no, he should reduce them to 300 men only. And he followed every instruction God gave him to follow. And he also followed the items God told him to provide for these 300 men or soldiers he has trained. He should get them a light, clay pots, and a horn. God also told him how he can strategically place some individuals around the hills with trumpets. At a certain time of the night, they should start blowing those trumpets. And Gideon followed the whole instruction, and God granted them victory. Because when the Midianites woke up from their sleep, they found individuals with light everywhere, and in confusion, they were hearing loud trumpets, plus the horn, each soldier also blowing. So they started killing themselves in confusion and in darkness there. And at the end, they killed themselves, and God granted the Israelites victory. What are the business insights here? So many of them. 1, always test run your business before embarking on the main business. Some people may ask me, how do we do that? You can use a fraction of your capital, and that main business you are planning to embark on, get a small part of it and start. Write down the strategies you have followed, write down the steps you are following on each day. And at the end, calculate your profits, calculate whether you have made loss or profits. And then those steps you have noted that have granted you success, apply it when you are doing the main business, the major business. Just the way Gideon, tested whether God was with him. You can also do test run in your business, and you will see that the main business will be successful. The second business insight is that adhere to instructions. Yes, institutions are guided by rules and regulations, and once you abide by it, you will see that you'll be successful. Last time we talked about why Moses did not make it to the promised land, because God told him to speak to the rock, and Moses struck the rock 2 times, and he did not make it to the promised land. This time around, Gideon obeyed God from the beginning to the end, and God granted him success. So in your business, make sure that you abide by that rules governing that your business, and you will see you'll be successful in that business. Then the third one is that some people always think is when they come out with millions or billions of money and start a business that the business will be successful. No, you can start small. Just the way God allowed Gideon to reduce his soldiers to only 300 men, and he still granted them success. The same way you can start small. There is blessing in little beginnings. You can start small and you will see God will promote that business and it will become large and become big, as long as you keep abiding by every good steps you are supposed to be following. I know you have gotten value from today's business insights. Please continue to subscribe to these insights. Click on that like button, share with your friends, and also the goods being displayed on the screen, order for your own. Then come back for more.